Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Big upcoming game, guys. Big upcoming World Cup qualification game. We have to get to it. Jamaica Reggae Girlz versus the Dominican Republic. Top of the table clash, guys. This is it. The winner goes through to the next round. The loser goes nowhere or goes home if they're going anywhere at all. So, guys, we had to get to it. We had to get to it. Quickly, I want to apologize to you guys for not doing the watch along to the Cayman game or a post-match review that I normally do of games that our teams engaging. That is a whole long story behind that. Like Holy Palms House couldn't get to do either the watch along or the review. Is only with the help of a good friend that I was able to even watch this match in the first place. If it wasn't for this particular individual, I would never have been able to watch that impressive showing by the Jamaica Reggae Girlz against Cayman Islands. And, this particular individual is a good friend to the show. I am trying to. This particular individual is usually very good with introductions. May I try, but we can't do it. But just I gotta bring her up on screen right now. Crystal Davis from Talawa TV. Crystal, how you doing, man?
I am so tired. I can't even deny it. I am tired. My body hurts. The sun was shining. I think you might have to mute yourself there for me. There's
Oh,
like,
the feedback. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I think it's gone now. The sun was shining today, but I couldn't even enjoy it. I was like just busy with work, and so yeah, I'm just tired. How's your day been?
boy, my day is always going good, I really and truly try not to complain or anything like that. Even when I'm having a bad day, I say I'm having a good day, man, because it's always a good day when you have life. Um, Farming in the city with Stacy. You still alive? Yo, what's happening, man? It's been a long, 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 long time. You're still vlogging? Because I'm gonna see your videos come up again like one time. But I know all of a sudden, I just like hit me up in the comment section and let me know if you're still vlogging, man. It's good to hear from you, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. Um, yeah, I don't know how you come up with these intros, Crystal. Like you always have some very good intros, and my day I say, all right, cool. And you freestyle the intro them too, and that make me even more envious, because you always have freestyle and come up with these really good intros. Me now sets up by my try to pull that off a while ago, like my mind they all over the place, I couldn't get it together. So me just scrap the intro.
I think you can probably pull it off if you're like not thinking about it and just like speaking like how you would speak backstage.
Probably I was trying, go on, I try for me there, I try for match you. And I said, watch how me I gonna do a intro as good as Crystal intro then. Anyways, Crystal is
Oh God.
one of the best when it comes to reggae girls and all things reggae girls. So when we're talking about the reggae girls, it's always advisable that she's somewhere close where you can speak to her and get your opinions as to the reggae girls. Crystal has been vlogging about the reggae girls for years now. Years. Right? I mean, she was one of those that went to the World Cup in France when the girls qualified and covered that whole entire experience. So you know it real, right? They say you know the vibe is real. Farming alive and well, okay. Mikey, boss, what's happening, man? What's happening? Been on a break, posted a few though. Okay. Yeah, because I say it's been a while. It's been a while. Crystal, this is Farming in the City. She has a very interesting YouTube channel. I always usually watch her videos. Like she started out doing like farming in her backyard.
Okay. The
In
plate of food's making me hungry, by the way. I'm looking at that plate of
oh,
food
did
and
it?
I'm
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah,
So she definitely is a
yeah,
pro at what she does, that's for certain.
Yeah, like she lives in the city, that's for sure, and like she had this impressive backyard setup.
Yeah,
Scenes. So that was like when I saw those videos, I was like, whoa, and I started watching her videos because like I'm not really that heavy into farming, but I
yeah.
just think it was just impressive what she was doing. So I always tried to support.
It
Um,
is impressive because she sounds young. So she sounds like she's our age group. You don't usually see farmers within our age group. They're usually the
yeah,
elders. So, and
yeah,
she's a woman as
especially
well. So that's a
yeah,
huge plus.
especially a young lady, man.
Yeah,
That was
that's massive.
it's rare whenever I see a young lady into farming, man.
That is
Rare,
massive. Well, best of luck to yourself, Stacy, with your business. I hope that this year is your breakthrough year. So, best of luck with you and your business.
but her channel just flew through the roof, man. One day it was like at 100, and by the time you close yeah, them and you open them up back. She was
Yeah.
like at 2000 something. Crazy.
People appreciate great content, don't they?
Yeah,
So yeah, you
yeah,
can't go
yeah.
wrong. So
For
best of luck
sure.
to her.
For sure. Mikey said Reggae Girls by two clear goals. Boy, I may have the scoreline a little bit bigger now, because the reason why my scoreline a little bit bigger now, is because yo, me see Reggae Girls whap aside what they are, man, deal with that side wicked, man. Seeing before, I mean, I know Crystal had her thoughts on this upcoming game, and if memory serves right, Crystal thought that we should win this game and we should win it relatively comfortably. Me now, I was a little bit more worried because I'm saying to myself, boy, this damn rep team, man, I'm a little bit scary, because for those of you who don't know, it's the team at the top of the table who goes through to the next round. Seen? So we and Damrep are level on points, but it's just goal difference separate us. So we have to beat Damrep in order to get. No lie, we don't have to anymore. The thing about it is that Damrep was way ahead of us in goal difference, but the last round now, their goal difference never really moved much because them only squeezed past Bermuda 1-0. And of course, we whap aside 9-0. So we can either draw with Damret now or win. So it's three results. When you play a game, three results you can get: win, lose, or draw. We can get two results and go through. Damret needs one and one only, and they have to beat us. See? But Crystal, before we talk a bit about the upcoming game, right? Especially like how me never do a post-match review on the WAP result. I'm gonna call it the WAP result. See,
Why you don't just call it the Skilly Bang result?
so like how impressive was that particular performance for you?
Just backtracking just a little bit. I think you're forgetting that me and you sit on the same side of the fence with regards to how we're going into this game. Obviously, Mr. Mikey Ballin drape us up and basically, put us in our rightful place. Mr. Mikey Ballin is beaming with confidence. He said that he believes from even before the Cayman Islands game, Mikey said we're already in the other round. So Mikey just completely disregard um Dominican Republic. Micah said we're already in Mexico, that he's waiting for us in Mexico already. So I'm a bit like yourself, Formula, feeling a little bit less anxious than I was at the start of last week. The reason why I was anxious is because of that healthy goal difference that Dominican Republic pretty much racked up from the start of the qualifiers. So when they played against, I think it might have been Grenada. Was it Grenada for their first game? I think it was Grenada for their
Yeah, the
first game.
9-0 down in Santo Domingo. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I think that kind of sent a little bit of shivers down our spines a bit. And it was only last night that we actually managed to gain control of the lead at the top of the table. So now I'm feeling a little bit more at ease, but this Dominican Republic, they're no pushovers, so I'm not getting ahead of myself. I still do believe that we can do it, but believing and executing are two different things. So I'm just taking it one step at a time, game by game, and just seeing the full time results.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Crystal, I was very concerned going into this game. Very concerned. My whole thing was that the Reggae Girls weren't really. It wasn't really a well-oiled machine, so to speak. The machine wasn't really fully. You see that it still had some. Like you need some double D40. It kind of little bit. It never there move so smooth. But I think after that Cayman performance, man, especially look, like Cayman is a decent team. Isn't Cayman like third in the group or something like that? Let me look at the group.
They remember they ran fourth, so it should be great. Grenada, yeah, third. Grenada is at the bottom, isn't it? So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they're a decent.
But
They're
Cayman
decent.
never did beat Bermuda.
Yeah, they beat I think it was Grenada they defeated, not Bermuda. I think me and
Hold
you
on.
did a watch along, didn't we?
Yeah, Cayman is in fourth. They're level on points with Bermuda.
Yeah.
But goal difference,
It would
goal
have been
difference.
Grenada. They defeated Grenada, so they picked up their first victory, and it was against Grenada.
Yeah, yeah. But it's still a decent team because is obviously it's a team that we're far better than for sure. But it's
Yeah.
still a team that the team was good enough, in my opinion, for us to put a lot of stock in the performance that the Reggae Girls did and just the impressive nature of that particular performance, man. Like, honestly, man, me personally, like, my kind of at ease now. Me not say we still enough like bip on our P's and our Q's,
Mm.
but especially given the fact that the last particular round never went well for the Damri, right? In terms of from a goal difference standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
If that goal difference was still favoring Dominican Republic, them could have dream screech a draw and still got through, but now they need only one result. We can work with either two.
Yeah. 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 Now the tables have turned right in the nick of time, just like how we needed it to happen. So it's essentially is still all to play for. If we're being completely honest with ourselves, it's still all to play for, because what you don't want to do is go into that game against Dominican Republic and be complacent, because
Yeah.
they've got it in their locker to cause an upset. They've caused a little bit of an upset up until Saturday night, if we're being honest with ourselves. Wasn't pleased, and it wasn't nice seeing them at the top of the table. And it was only after a hammering of 9-0 hammering over Cayman Islands that Jamaica managed to finally climb to the top of the table. And hopefully we can see this one out tomorrow night on home soil. And worst case scenario, a draw. Nobody here wants a draw, including myself. I'm hoping for us to just go out there and just get another win. So call it 4 wins on a trot. Mr. Price, big up yourself and all the guys. Hot Chili, Mr. Wayne Harris there, and also Stacy there with the farming, and everybody else in the comments section. Mr. Ballin, hope you guys are doing okay.
Mr. Price is saying it's the first time he's coming on the Formula Sport live stream. I can tell that it is first time because I mean he never spelled the formula right. So
Formula. Maybe you're
yeah,
foreign.
that sound French. That sound exotic. And Price probably really need to change the name of the channel and drop on the E. Me
With a
like the sound
hyphen.
of that. Yeah, yeah. Me like the sound of that. Like the sound of that. Um, One of the things why Makayana is easy is not only the goal difference though, is the fact that the Reggae Girls really look like a well-oiled machine, like it clicked in the last game. And I not just talk about the scoreline and the improved finishing, because even in the first like 10 minutes, Jody Brown alone dash about 3 sitter, Me not talk about, yes, the finishing improved greatly, but it just looked smooth. It just looked like it was just ticking.
Mm-hmm.
It was just really impressive, man. Like it was just I don't know how to explain it or to find a way. It was just really, really, really impressive the way the girl them just walk over Cayman, man. I know it just clicked. Everything just clicked and was running smoothly.
For me, just more, no disrespect to Cayman Islands, big up to Cayman Islands. Definitely no disrespect to them, but from our standpoint as the 12th man looking on, it kind of felt, definitely would say call it, because like with me, I usually judge the game in certain parts. So I usually look at the first quarter of an hour, plus the added minutes to take it to the 16-minute mark. By then, Trudy Carter had scored her hat trick. It just kind of felt like a training match. I remember I was saying to you, Formula, I was like, Formula, you can't take your eyes off this match. I did it once by accident. I blinked and another goal went in. And I was just like, what is going on here? Like me and Mr. Mikey Ballin and also Mr. Richard Stevens, they were on my channel. Thank you guys again. And we couldn't keep up. I'm just glad that we had several pairs of eyes with the guys in the comment section because I was missing goals. That's how good the game was.
Yeah, Crystal, you had said it to me before we watched the game, and I was watching the game and literally took my eye off it, and another goal scored. It was there was a point in time in the match up, like in the first 20 minutes, where like but it start for sound like DJ Khaled. See
another one.
Another one. Like, just a bug of goal and stitch another game. What go on? You know what CFK man? You know what CFK man box foot another game there? When the goalkeeper did up on the ground for about 10 minutes.
Momentum, yeah.
Yo. And not only that, it helped Cayman to kind of reorganize.
Yeah. They needed a little break. Mm-hmm.
That CFK man box. So come here and tell you see the keeper there. You see if the keeper they never put on the Oscar winning display. Because I know she should not get hurt, But the amount of time where she did out for me, did little bit suspicious of that scene. But me I tell her that save Cayman box foot, man. Because if it wasn't for that, trust me, man, Cayman would have get about 10 in the first half. Big and serious. Big and serious.
You know what it reminded me of? Good analysis. It reminded me of the Grenada game. Remember, we were watching the Grenada game. We spoke about, I think me and you spoke about the post-match analysis and how Grenada will just try to just pick out or rip apart our momentum. So whenever we got a momentum going, they would stop play and a player would need to be seen too. And I was like, I laugh at full time. I was like, fair play to you because you was not trying to get double figures. They didn't want us to humiliate them the way Dominican Republic did. So I was like, fair play to you. Sometimes you have to just say, you know what, fair play. You didn't want the scoreline to be humiliating. I think a 9-0 for a Cayman Island side, given what's on table for them against a superior Jamaica, it's not a humiliating scoreline if you're being honest, because you're not even on the same, what do you call it, level. Your Jamaica's levels above them. No disrespect to Cayman Islands.
Yeah. 1 second, Crystal.
Take your time.
More on debut, so. You hear that?
Go for it again.
You don't hear that?
Yes, I do. You're doing the music and check you out. Getting all techie in the back.
Hold on, man. Guys, hit me up in the comment. Is it too low?
I think you should turn it up just a little bit.
Alright, turn it
up. I
up.
could tell what you did because obviously we work the same system, so I could tell what you did, but yeah.
Guys, hit me up in the comment section. That too loud? Is it too loud or too low?
I like that. Is this how the Reggae Girlz got you feeling so good that you're even playing music now?
Yeah, man, we have to debut the music for the big upcoming game, man. Yeah, man. See, Wayne Harris I said it sound good. Wayne, should it be louder or should it be lower? Is it the right volume? Turn it up a little bit more or turn it low?
I think it's perfect, to be honest.
Alright, cool now, man. Yeah, man, big tune I play right now, man. Big tune I play. Jeff Nicholson said fire emoji. Alright, cool. Malik, Crystal is going live about 15 minutes after we finish this.
Yeah. So whenever
Yeah.
I'm literally in no rush. So I'm good to go whenever to go live. Thank you for that, Mr. Mills. But yeah, I'll be going live later on. You see how much Leon care about you?
Yeah, no man, it's not copyright music, man. I'm not madman brethren. I'm not madman brethren. No, it's not copyrighted music, man. It's you have music that is, I think is non-copyright music. They refer to it as where it's music that you can use. It's music that platforms own, and they basically allow you to use it. Because it's not copyrighted. Yo, man, I forget what we are talking about. All right, yeah. So we're talking about the Cayman game and
Yeah.
we're talking about the game management of the Grenadians, the impressive game management of the Grenadians. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that the Reggae Boys could have taken a page out of the book of those Grenadian girls. It's so crazy. The Grenadian girls team is better coached than the Jamaican men's team.
Discipline.
Yeah.
They are disciplined and they don't stop. Talk about playing the game to the full 90. That's literally what they're all about. And to be fair, Cayman Islands have similar traits as well. When you look back at the game against Grenada, you could just tell that, yeah, this is a team that they want to win. And I'm quite pleased for them. I'm glad that they managed to get their first victory. And they did so. It was 2-0. Away from home, so they were playing on Grenada's home soil, beat Grenada 2-0. That was a fiery game. Two red cards on the stroke of halftime, for one for Grenada and one for Cayman Islands. So it was a lively game, and like I said, the way Cayman Islands crept back into that game, I was like, okay, this is good. That's what I was pretty much worried about when we were like, gearing up to face off against something. This is a team that is clearly resilient despite of age and maybe inexperience, but it just showed that they've got heart and they've got character. And to play a game to the full 90, regardless of the scoreline, you can only applaud it. Erica as well, Erica Burke, I've said, applause to Erica Burke, because I think that she's a tidy player.
Yeah. I think these games allow us to see 1 and 2 players that from the smaller islands that are real, some decent prospects, right? I'll never forget that Grenadian number 10. I'll never forget her, the one that scored the goal, man. I don't remember her name, but if I see her again, me remember.
Wicked, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That girl single-handedly caused us a number of problems, man. Like she was just a little live wire just buzzing around the pitch, man. Like, a little, I don't mean to be disrespectful, it's just an analogy. But like you have a fly, and it just at you, and you can't really see it. It bother you, but you can't really see him for really hold him and just, just slap him, give him just a one slap. But yeah, that's what she was, like a little pest, man, just menacing the whole game, man. Warren Webster is a great point, this, and I had said this during the Reggae Boys campaign. I know Crystal don't like when we talk about the Reggae Boys.
No, go. This is your platform. I'll chive in.
Yeah, I'm not really harping on the Reggae Boys, but it's just an analogy. I think just to highlight this point, or to give this point the credit that it deserves, I personally am of the view that if the Reggae Boys had played the opening round of World Cup qualification and had not gotten an automatic qualification to the octagonal, I think things might would have worked out a little bit better for them. So I think this is spot on. I don't know if Crystal has anything to say about this particular comment.
These games was always a chance for the team to iron out any issues and to know there are qualities still to come, and how the thing with it. Big up yourself, Mr. Warren Webster. Hope you're okay. Hope you and your family are okay. Thing with the Reggae Boys side is that there's just too much going on over there. Like, it's just like I said, me and you spoke some months back now, Formula, when we were saying, when the interim head coach was announced, the interim head coach being Mr. Paul Hall, we said he literally have a mountain to climb, because it's not just the team and the results that you need to try and cushion and grind out, but it's, internal issues, player management, both on and off the field of play. So I think, regardless of who came into that seat, be it temporary or permanently at that time, it was always going to be like you're up against mission impossible, basically. And if you pulled it off, then it would have been, hats off to you. You deserve the job, no two ways about it. But for me, there was just like too much going on, too much hearsay, too many alleged this, alleged that. It was just, there was no unity. You could see like there was just no unity, be it in or around the team. Around the team, you could see where the 12th man is concerned that there's a divide. Everyone's scattered everywhere. When you look at their female counterpart, the team for the Reggae Girlz, you can see there's more unity, there's more love. Like I'm doing a live stream with, again, Mr. Ballin and Mr. Stevens, and we're laughing, like we're beaming with laughter. We're having a good time. Like even the guys in the comment section, like with my live stream and my platform, whenever someone comes on and they're being negative, like I don't even need to deal with them. Like the guys in the comment sections deals with them because that's how much they love the Reggae Girlz, literally. So it's just, yeah, there's a lot that's going on there.
Yeah. You heard the music still a while ago playing? Or it stopped? Did the music stop a while ago? Crystal, you hearing me?
Yeah. I'm smiling because we've got someone called Louis Perez Jr. Big up yourself, Louis Perez Jr. You're probably wondering what's that comment all about. So that's something that Mr. Mikey Ballin said.
Yeah, I was watching the stream.
Yeah.
I wasn't commenting because I was doing something. I was doing like stuff while it was going on, but I was watching.
Oh, so you know what the thinking to comment, yeah.
Yeah. I was listening. I was just asking if the music was still going when I mute the thing.
It's soothing. It's quite soothing, yeah.
Yeah, the first me I tried this music thing out, so.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's nice.
All right. Leon Price said McCoy goal was the best.
Her goal was disrespectful. There was no need. He just sat the goal. She sat the player down and told her good night. It was so much disrespect. I loved it. It's like there's no need for this.
Yeah,
but I loved it.
You know when Paul Pogba, I remember what them call this. When them go so where name again?
Dab?
Yeah, the dab. Yeah, this girl literally dab away off of the field, like she just fly off her pitch, man. Crazy, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, that was a lovely goal from Kayla McCoy.
Kayla look like she's a nice person off the pitch, but she does look like she have a bit of an attitude when she comes on the pitch, like say, yo, one done kind of mentality. She just move militant when she's up on the pitch.
Yeah.
To me personally.
Killer mentality, like it's business. It's not for fun, it's for business.
Yeah, you see her face, man, like her whole facial expression, like her feel, she's smiling, she look pleasant, but then on the pitch is just a mean look on her face, man.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
She look like a real killer, man. We're gonna talk about that now, because just me personally, I wasn't even that impressed with her substitute appearance, but we're gonna talk.
Really? Do not listen. You don't want Mikey Ballin to come on here,
Oh, Kayla, Mikey Reggae Girl.
Don't let Mikey get bringled, cause
I'm my Reggae Girl too, and that's why I pay close attention to her, but I'm not gonna lie, like I've seen better performances from her.
Yeah, I think it's more to do with the substitution, utilizing the substitution and also not wanting to risk an injury, and because obviously she went off for a bunny. You don't want to risk an injury, be that we have such an important game tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Who are the standout performers for you in the Cayman game, Crystal?
I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still just like, who is actually the standout performance? I'm quite pleased to see the return of Marlo Sweatman. Very pleased, and she looked like she didn't even look like she was away. Just came back, slotted right into the midfield. I think she it was fantastic to see her being reintroduced. I think you can't ignore Trudy Carter, can you? 16-minute hat trick. That's insane to do that at any level. And under such circumstance where the pressure is there, even if it is against Cayman Islands, if we didn't score say 5 or more goals, people would be having a go at the team and say you should have been close to double figures. So a hat trick inside 16 minutes, incredible mentality and incredible stuff there from Trudy Carter. So many players I was impressed by. Again, Sade came on. She got an assist there for Kayla McCoy's. It's difficult. Bunny as well. If Bunny wasn't scoring, Bunny was assisting. I honestly can't call who. I was impressed by the team. I think it was a team effort. I think that's the best way to just say, fair play to each and every one of you. It was a team effort. Well done. Because it would be unfair for me to just pick out one player. Because I can't say Trudy because of the hat trick, even though there's arguments there to give it to her. But also, she didn't score the goal by herself. She was helped. She was assisted. Likewise, same goes for Bunny. So for me, it was a collective, well-tuned performance despite of the opponent.
Yo, that is a fabulous way of that. Yo, that's a good point, man, because it was just to agree with you and to add to what you just said, Crystal. It was a very good and very impressive team performance, and I think that's what personally for me made me really feel so good and so optimistic coming into tomorrow's game. It was just a very good team performance. Seeing and it was just like everybody in the first 2 games, I never got the vibe that everybody was on the same page. In the Cayman game, I got the vibe that everybody was on the same page. Even if we did convert with chances against a Grenada, I still wouldn't get the vibe say, we did dip on the same page. But everything just flowed so beautifully in the Cayman game. It just flowed, man. Just seamlessly flowed, man. It was just amazing. For me personally, I think Trudy Carter really, really, really ball, man. Like Trudy kill Cayman, yo.
She was just like, you know what? I see what's happening with Dominican Republic. Big game next week. Let's just rack up the scoreline. She was not having it at all. She was just like, if I have to embarrass you, I'm gonna embarrass you, and that's exactly what she did. Formula, I don't know if the guys in the comment section are getting a feedback, but I'm getting
Oh yeah, I need to keep on mute. That's up, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. You can ask the guys in the comment section. I don't know if it's just
guys.
Me.
You hear a feedback from me in the. I'm gonna mute it now, but when I stop talking, I'm gonna mute it. Tell me if you hear a feedback from me in the comment section.
I think the feedback would be if you unmuted it. That the feedback happens like when I speak for some reason when it's like not muted.
Do you still hear it, Crystal? The feedback?
No, I can't hear it.
Oh, I just delete something a while ago. One of the top them where they do open for me thing. Probably it was that.
Okay, probably. So yeah, just like you said, militant performance there, and I just have no complaints. All I can say is that teed up my weekend beautifully. Managed to enjoy my Saturday evening, managed to enjoy my Sunday as well. So I don't have no complaints.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, Crystal, when I did shout you, I did bex and I did miss the game, man. I would have loved to have done a watch along to that particular game.
Yeah.
Udell, boss, they came on, don't comment in my comment section if you never go watch the Reggae Girlz them, Although to be fair to me, I now go stadium still, But
Udell, Mikey, I will hear some beat me. You say, don't let Mikey hear you say these things.
Well, I have to conduct the watch along, and to be honest with you, I have to conduct the watch along from, cause I can't conduct it at the stadium, one, and two, the only reason why I'm not really and truly go is because I'm not vaccinated. That you know what's so crazy? The reggae girls and the reggae boys make me even consider getting vaccinated.
But it's open for unvaccinated persons now, isn't it?
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I think you still need a vaccination card, man, to go to the stadium.
No, I'm pretty sure you don't need one. Pretty sure it's open for everyone.
All right, I'm gonna look into that.
Double check, but I'm sure I saw that you don't have to be vaccinated to go. I think it's just open for everyone.
Okay.
Double check it.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out because I didn't realize that it was that you needed a vaccination card for the last round. So I had actually applied. And then meet me up back on everything. I applied for the media pass and they meet me up back on everything. But, then them say, yo, you have to submit the vaccination card. I mean, I say, yo.
No, I'm sure. I'm certain that I've seen that you don't have to be vaccinated to go.
Actually, say this man in Jamaica don't know what's going on.
You should go for a minute. You should definitely go.
I am going to check it out. I thought that the vaccination card thing was still in effect because, as I said, the last time I applied for it, they told me that, I had to have a vaccination card. So I'll definitely check up on that and see what's up. But I still not think the only... I don't know because I want to do a watch along to the game. So doing a watch along to the game and actually going to the game, you can't really, that's not really possible. You get what I say? So, I don't know, we'll figure it out. And you know what, it's probably too late for apply for the media pass anyway. Probably too late. Alright, so as I was saying, Trudy Carter did very well. I was very impressed with Trudy Carter. If you notice, Vin Blaine, one of the tweaks that I noticed Vin Blaine made in the Cayman game was he had a triangular midfield instead of a flat midfield tree. Yeah. So he had, and I mean, you can't really say he had Asha and Marlo at the pivot positions because really and truly all three were constantly rotating right throughout the game, right? But a lot of the times Trudy was playing more as a number 10. Right in the pocket right there, and Trudy Carter is a very versatile player though, Krista. Very versatile.
That's the thing. A lot of the players in that team versatile.
That's what I'm realizing. They're technically you have to be technically very good to do that, because look at Shadi. Shadi had a very good substitute appearance, very live wire down the left. And in the first game against Bermuda, she was actually playing in midfield.
She was all over. At some point, she was on the wing as well. Yeah. I think it was right wing.
Yeah. So I would love to see how Shadi looks with her back to goal. Though. I'd love to see her playing as a number 9 to see what she can do. I don't know if you have ever seen her play as a number.
She it's just like I said, all those players are attackers, midfielders, they're versatile, and that's something that we can definitely reap the benefits of. So the more players you have that's versatile and that's able to go out there and actually execute their versatility. It's pointless being able to play in a number of positions, but you're just a jack of all trades, master of none. Like then you just become like just ordinary. With all due respect, but they're stepping up to the plate, and they're putting in some good performances. Like I said, on my preview, one thing I would love to see is Sade get her name on the score sheet because I think she deserves it. We saw how well she performed in the February window. Fast forward, now we're in April and she's still, holding her own. So I think she needs to put a goal next to her name. She deserves a goal.
We talk about the technical versatility of the players. I think it's a testament to their development in these first world footballing jurisdictions, because in certain jurisdictions, the direction that their football is going is having players that are complete players,
Yeah.
you know, complete technical know-how. So it not really matter, especially because the game is going in a direction where there's a lot of rotation and a lot of interchanging taking place on the pitch to aid fluidity. And because this is something that they want, the fluidity and also, the disorganizing of the opponent team, because making it difficult to track runs because players are constantly interchanging with their one another. So what you find is that in a game, let's say for instance, Shudi Carter was playing as a number 10, she played as a number 8, and even at one point she was even playing as a number 6 in the game. And I think that's the direction in which the game is going. And in Jamaica, I think we really and truly need to start developing our players in such a manner where they are complete from a technical ability and technical know-how standpoint. I think the Reggae Girlz are a testament to the first world development taking place in these respective jurisdictions that they come from. Some of them are, Jamaican Canadians, Jamaican English, Jamaican United States players. A top development they are exposed to, man, and you can see it in their versatility.
Yeah, and I think, adding to that, you can't deny their commitment, be it the players who start the game, so the players in the starting 11, and more so the players who come off the bench and come onto the pitch. So like your Kayla McCoy or your Tiffany Cameron or your Sade, all these players who are coming off the bench and putting in respectable results. Again, it just kind of like shines a positive light on their mentality, because it's not easy as a player. Like essentially you want to be in the starting 11, don't you? When you're starting on the bench, you're probably a little bit low on confidence, but you know that you have to be professional, and they step up and they're professional and they go out there and they hold their own and they're getting either assists or they're coming on and scoring, and that in itself isn't easy.
Yeah. I mean, just to come off of the standout performers now, as you said, it's very difficult to really and truly pinpoint, the real star performers, because everybody just stepped up, man. I think for me, the one standout, like everybody did really well, but the one, probably two standouts I would say is Trudy and Marlo. I think those are the two players. And PH Bailey Gale never do 3-3 badly either, and that brings us to another thing that I want to speak about. The return of PH Bailey Gale and Marla Sweatman to the setup and just how they looked, and give me your opinion on those two respective ladies.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Paige Bailey Gale picked up from where she left off back in October, the latter stages of last year when we saw her introduction. She's come into the squad. I think big question mark there would have been, are we going to see more of Paige Bailey Gale? Not doubting her quality, but we know that she's been getting limited number of game times where Leicester City is concerned. So probably looking and thinking, will she be rusty? But she was far from rusty. She was another live wire. And quite similar there to Paige Bailey Gale. It's incredible to see Marla Sweatman come back into the team, and she's essentially pulling strings. Now, you cannot underestimate that assist for Khadija's hat trick. Sensational stuff from her. So there's literally no complaints there. Paige pulling the strings. So many players just doing their job, not just for themselves but for the team. You can have players who are selfish, who are trying to pull the strings and are trying to go for screamers and make it all about them. They're pulling the strings, but they're bringing their teammates into the conversation. So yeah, it's beautiful.
Marlo, I know that she's criticized a little bit because she's not necessarily the most mobile player you will find, but I think her IQ, she reminds me a little bit in the sense of Anthony Grant, right? Where this particular attribute is concerned in terms of, even though she's not the most mobile, her footballing IQ makes up for it. So, she is always where she needs to be when she needs to be there, and you know, just always, you know, her movement is just like she sees what she needs to do a good way before she needs to do it. And that kind of makes up for the lack of mobility. Right. And I think she looked like a little bit more, what would I say? What's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more well conditioned. I don't know.
Thing with her is what you see with Marla is what you get. She's somebody who's calm on the ball, and we have
Yeah,
to remind ourselves that we can't have players in midfield that offer the same thing. There has to be
yeah,
different
true,
dynamics. You
true,
can't have the same type of player. With Marla Sweatman, you're gonna get somebody who can just calm down the game. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you get carried up, carried away, heads gone. You're running around like headless chicken. You need somebody that can just calm it down a bit, take control of the game. Especially when you have opponents that's trying to interfere with your momentum. You need somebody that can just be like, no, actually, I've got this, because everything just links back to your midfield. Without invisible midfield, you're screwed. Because what's going to happen is your opponent's going to run through your midfield, potentially get past your defense and put the ball in the back of the net. So for me, like it's essential to have that dynamics there in the center of the park.
yeah. Guys, gentle reminder, smash the like button. You guys know my slogan already, man. Free and easy way to support the channel. Free and easy ways to give the youth them a strength. I will say this much about Marlo's performance. I think she controlled the game brilliantly. I think she played the role of controller and also a deeper line creator very,
Mm-hmm.
very well.
Yeah.
Like, I think she was brilliant, and one of the things that I think she did brilliantly in the game too was she recycled the ball very well on a number of occasions, man. Like, she was, as you said, she was just pulling the strings. She was, like you have the puppets, and you have like the what you call, like the master, and
Yeah.
then just and and this a person move, and that, like, she was just controlling the game, dictating. You go here, you go there. All right, cool. Hold it for pressure over here. Mega sets a bomb and switch it over there. Like, it was just a masterful performance, man, from Marla, man. The only little negative criticism I have of Marla is towards the latter stages of the first half. I think she was getting a little bit impatient because they weren't really penetrating, and she took one and two wild long range shots. If I'm not mistaken, I think she has scored some of those for club as well.
Yeah,
So can you
we
really blame her?
yeah, we know she has it in her locker. I think given the circumstances and where we were on the score sheet, it's like seeing her take a pop-up goal. I'm like, okay, fair play, go for it. Because what that does is if she had hit the target, that then gives her added confidence.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes you need that. Imagine going up against, say, Dominica Republic tomorrow, and God forbid it's all left, it's all square. Obviously, that then benefits us. But sometimes you need to hit them with a screamer, a bit like Alika
True.
Keane. You got to catch them off guard, because sometimes they can be a little bit too disciplined and stubborn for our
Yeah.
liking. So sometimes you need somebody who can just find something in their locker and just shot them. And so yeah, like I said, given the circumstances, I'm not mad at her for trying to like put her name on the score sheet.
Yeah, and we touched on this earlier. Before, we're gonna touch on Paige Bailey just a little bit as well. I have some thoughts about her as well, but I think that just because we mentioned it a little bit there, I think that credit, fair play to Cayman. With the goalkeeper, with the being on the ground for forever, and also them reorganizing. I think that They really and truly. One of the things that I'm very impressed about the performance, especially after that like 20-minute flurry, one, they took the sting out of the game, and two, they reorganized in such a manner where we were playing in very tight spaces. We were trying to, like, the closer there was less space between their lines, they were, plugging gaps a lot quicker, right? And I think they were defending very well. But even with that, defending very well, they had a number of block shots, a number of times where, they were just hanging on for dear life, even though they were defending very well, low block, very organized. We still were penetrating them. That's the point I'm trying to make. Even though we weren't scoring, we still were breaking the lines.
Yeah.
And getting in behind.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good game to watch. I literally just don't have no complaints. It was good. It was, you needed that relief. Because obviously for us, we're looking at the goal difference and thinking, my thing was, can we level it at that point? Are we going to level the score, the goal difference? But they've done something better than that. They've gone above it, they've surpassed it. So yes, one of my most enjoyable games.
Yeah, look at this comment from Warren. Marlo is like a conductor of a symphony. We have a solid midfield. Yo, Warren, Virgin, truer words have never been spoken. I was searching, Virgin, hit the nail on the damn head, Virgin. Like, but couldn't say it no better. That is exactly what it was, Virgin. Exactly what it was, Virgin. It's the first in a while I see a comment where really just like me, I say, yo, the Virgin, like him just read my mind. And I just couldn't find the words to articulate what I did. This is just spot on, Virgin.
It definitely is.
Bailey Gale, quality player. One of the things I realized with her is that she was a very good option out on the right in terms of as an out ball, right? And a lot of things, happened down her side of the flank as well. So, PH Bailey Gale is a good player, and she's one that adds a lot of depth to our already very impressive forward line. Like seriously, man, she looks a real deal. Who you think is better, PH Bailey Gale or Tiffany Cameron?
They offer different things, don't they? Because the thing is with Tiffany, you can play in a fullback position as well. So again, there's the what's the word I'm searching for? It's not utility. I forgot the word I'm searching for. Versatility. Versatile player. Also, Tiffany has the experience. She's been in this position before. You know that she will show up for both club and country, because she's shown that not only in the past but even looking back at the February window. So again, you have somebody who is more mature. No disrespect to Paige Bailey Gale, but Tiffany is the more mature player for obvious reason, age and experience. Been at the highest level of the team, highest level
World
Cup. Exactly.
Youth World Cup for Canada.
So yes,
she's for Canada. Yeah.
I mean, she's played across the board in terms of being at club level. So, she's probably just edging Paige Bailey Gale there.
Marcus, we're gonna talk about Vin Blaney now, man. Slow down, man. Calm down, man. We'll soon get to Vin, Marcus. We'll soon get to Vin. We see a comment quick and fast. Yo, the comment. What the comment there? What the comment there? Jaja. Anyways, forget about that. But you want to highlight a comment, but we can't find it. Drew Spence. Quickly on Drew Spence. You're a little bit surprised that Drew Spence never featured, or was it because of the type of game? I don't know. What your thoughts on Drew Spence now?
I'm not surprised. I did say this on my live stream with Mr. Bally and Mr. Stevens that bringing Marlo into the team or and bringing Drew Spence, bringing both of them into the team to an extent, what type of message does that send to the players? Because obviously you're thinking, can you fault Kayla McCoy's performance in the last window when we know she's not a natural midfielder, but she looked Rolls Royce in that midfield. And the thing we've been playing is, for me, it's like you either go with Tiffany or you go with Drew. I don't think he was in a position where he could start with two players who weren't in the last window, because again, it kind of, for me, it might send mixed messages for players who have been there in the trenches, on worked there. Don't want to say the word, but just gave it 110% flawless performances. At that point, if they then get dropped, is it a case of, is it favoritism? Is it a case of because one plays in the more prolific league or bigger club, so therefore they get the head start over a player who has been there and don't necessarily play it in the bigger league? So I think he made the right call, because with Tiffin, with Marlo, people are more used to Marlo. Marlo has been there, from the ground up. So it's a safer decision to go with Marlo. Nobody's going to be like, why is Marlo starting? Likewise, probably wouldn't have said, why is Drew starting? She earned her stripes to start, a bit similar to Paige Bailey-Gill. But you can't go with the return of Paige Bailey-Gill, the return of Spence, and the return of Marlo. Somebody has to be on the bench.
Not even a substitute appearance, though.
I mean, neither did Tiffany Cameron.
Yeah, but at least Tiffany has played with the team, though. Like, she started against Grenada. Yes, Drew played with the team, but it was 2021.
Yeah,
so I'm just a little bit surprised. Not even a sub appearance.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm not really surprised, because at that point he just used all his subs, didn't he? Mr. Blaine used all his subs. So I was thinking, I'm not surprised. Again, Tiffany didn't play. I think we will see Drew Spence against Dominican Republic. I'm expected to see her, and I think she'll put on a similar performance, just like Marlo and just like Paige Bailey-Gill. But I get what you're saying with regards to giving her minutes, but I think, Paige Bailey-Gill didn't have minutes. She came in and she held her own. Marlo didn't have minutes. She came in and held her own. So I think we'll get the same from Drew Spence.
Will the Damrep game be more conducive to the type of player that Drew Spence is?
Yeah, I should think so. And you can probably pose the same question for Tiffany Cameron as well. That's two players that I'm expected to see. I don't know. I think.
You get what I'm saying, though? Why I asked that question?
Yeah, I do get why you're asking the question. It's an interesting question to ask. It's an interesting question to ask, because I don't doubt her playing abilities. I don't doubt Drew Spence's playing abilities. I think because we're going up against a team that is close to who we are in terms of, dare I say, superiority. I know me and you have used that word so many times before with our team. Like for like, you can only compare them to an extent, because you can't say like for like they go toe to toe with us. I don't necessarily think that. So I think that's where a Drew Spence will come in play. But then again, given how they've performed up until this point without Drew Spence, I wouldn't be surprised if she don't start. That's the perks of having a good squad depth.
Yeah.
And also, it's fantastic because, if me and you, we've been watching the games for so long, if we can't even nail it down, Dominican Republic sure as hell can't nail it down either.
Yeah. All right, guys. Gentle reminder: hit like button, guys. Smash like button, guys. Come on. Even if you're not rate Formula, you must rate Crystal. You must rate Crystal. Come on, man. Hit the like button for Crystal's brilliant takes here on the Formula Sports. Quickly, because I'm going to talk about Vin Blaine right now. We have to talk about Vin Blaine. We have to talk about Blaine. Quickly, though. Van Zanten. Like, what you know what are the capping? Is the capping rules the same for the women's game as it is for the men's game?
What do you mean?
In terms of capping a player.
Oh, because you don't want she's not going nowhere, so you can clear that out your mind. She's not
but my thing is, all right, because I know they recently changed the rule, right, to allow for U21 players to play 3 times for a country. My question is, does it apply to both male and females? Because isn't Van Zanten a U21?
I need to actually double check on the rules, but I don't really think Kiki's going anywhere, to be honest with you. The thing is that we need to remind ourselves that everyone can't be played. It's impossible for everyone to be played.
It's a little bit surprising though, Crystal, given the live wire profile. Like, she really caught a lot of people's eyes, and she is a USA youth player. She played for the USA, one of the USA teams. It was like under, I don't remember which one it is. I'm almost sure she played for one of the USA youth teams, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a player with bright prospects. Like, if you are playing for the USA women's youth teams, you are literally going to be one of the best women's footballers in the world. It's only a matter of time. So if there's a possibility that she could still represent another country, if it's just the one cap, then fine, I can understand why Vin might say, all right, I'm going to cap that girl like quick and fast, but I don't really need her right now. But if she can still play, if it's a case where she needs 3 caps to be capped as a U21, it would kind of be surprising to me that Vin Blade. That's why we need to check.
I think we're just like overthinking stuff, because I don't see why she would want to go and play for. Obviously, we know that USA are the much superior country, but I don't see why she would want to go and play for anyone but Jamaica as things stands. I really see the reason for her doing so. So yeah, I don't think that and Mikey's obviously referring to her heritage there when he's got Holland. So at the moment, which country?
Mikey said yes, she is, and then him say under 17.
When I mean, at the moment, which country made their first move to say that we want you? It's Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's Jamaica. She's in the squad already. You can't play everyone. Some people are going to be upset. It's part of the game. It's just like when you're at club level, you can't look at Paige Bailey-Gale. Look at Bunny. Bunny don't start every match for Manchester City. International football is no different. You can't, and the thing is, you have to be careful, but you can't keep on just saying that, acting off emotions, wanting to keep the fans happy, because the fans will be the first one to turn against you. The fans will be the first one to say, why did you chop and change the team? Why not just leave it the way it is? So for me, it's like Kiki has no reason to say that she wants to look at country of birth or heritage, be it through grandparents. Obviously, not belonging to Jamaica, there's really no need for that. At the moment, I think that she's loving life, being around the team, and she's on a mission right now. Submission. I could understand if she wasn't even getting called up, but you're getting called up. You can see Tiffany Cameron isn't even playing. Tiffany Cameron has to sit on the bench, and same, quite similar to the camp in February. Tiffany Cameron's on the bench. Who else? You've got Drew Spence. Drew Spence is on the bench. It's gonna be Sade had to sit on the bench. Kayla McCoy, despite her solid performance, she had to sit on the bench. So you can't start everyone. Definitely not everyone, but it's a waiting game. But I get what you're saying about just nailing them down and just making sure they can't be capped by everyone, but I don't think that we should be worried about that.
I have always been accused of overthinking, so probably you're not the first person on YouTube to accuse me of overthinking something.
I don't even think it's like overthinking necessarily. I think it's a fair point, but there isn't enough there. I mean, if we were saying we were in...
But Crystal, you have had players, that have played at senior level for 2 different countries,
I know,
right?
I know.
Even look at Antonio, for instance. You know that Antonio was actually called up and on the bench for some World Cup qualification games for England.
I mean, I saw friendlies. I saw friendlies.
No, he
But then again, you can't. I don't think we can compare Mikel Antonio and England because it was obvious that he was not wanted. There's no secrets there. That's clear that they didn't want you. Clear that you're just being there to make up numbers. Where with Kiki, I don't think that Kiki's getting called up just for the sake of making up numbers. She's way more than that. And I think if we can see, I think Vin Blaine can see that as well. Like, but you can't play everyone. You really just can't play everyone. Tanya Wiltshire started.
Yeah. She was.
You can't play everyone.
Yeah.
So, but I think for you it's more fair. You're fearing that. Oh, what if she Holland, or what if USA comes knocking? And I mean, you go to those countries, you might feel green. The what did they say? The something isn't always greener on the other side.
Oh, the grass isn't
always greener on the other side. You could go to those other two countries and it could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Could be a lot worse. You could go there and you could feel like I don't fit in. Where's the chemistry? Where's the unity? We've seen the disruption. Matter of fact, I wish you want to go to the USA. Have you not seen the number of disruptions with that team?
Yeah, they have been experiencing some chat because even, I don't remember which player did some interviews recently and just talking about how, just the negative energy surrounding the US team.
And we know how energy is.
The US though, Crystal, the money, man, to play for America is far more lucrative than Jamaica,
It is lucrative, yes, but sometimes you have to look at integrity. I think she's a person who comes from a good upbringing. Integrity outweighs money in my book any day of the week,
Not in everybody's book though, Crystal, that's the thing. But Mikey says, I have seen her at the college level. She's very smart and skillful on the ball, and I'm always calling for her to get into the game. I was, it was a little stint in the Bermuda game, and Bermuda is the third best team in the group, and she really and truly was a little spark. She seemed very technically sound, and she's a US youth representative, so that's not surprising. All right.
But for me as well, Formula is like, if I'm in Kiki's position, I'm thinking, whoa, Tiffany Cameron has been here from the jump. She's not even starting.
Yeah.
But she should get a sense that, there's no favoritism here. It is what it is. You just have to sit tight. That's it. If anything, it's perfect for her, because when she's given the opportunity, she knows she has to perform to actually be like, I'm the one that should be starting.
Yeah, and she's young, so
she's young.
She has a whole lot of time left, and she seems like she's gonna be an integral part.
Yeah, I mean, Kiki and Sade, those are like the future with Bunny. Like, come on, I mean, Kiki's like what, 20? I think Sade's like 21, so it's like. Sade again started on the bench, so I'm not worried about that, to be honest with you. I'm like, it is what it is. I think the unity should keep her there, because it's a bit messy where other countries are concerned.
Yeah, and I know our group does seem to be a very focused group. And you just brought up Shadi. I have a lot of time for Shadi as well. Can't pronounce her last name, can't pronounce her first name either, but I have a lot of, thank God for that nickname. Thank God for her doing that interview and clearing it up and saying, you can call me Shadi. I have a lot of time. But you're better than me.
Because formula. This is why I'm saying I think you're more nervous, because remember Sydney Schneider on the bench. Let's not forget Sydney
Schneider was our goalkeeper at the World Cup.
Sydney was one of the star players, not just for Jamaica. Sydney was one of the star players at the World Cup. Sydney has to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not. Well, she's gonna be looking at people like that and be like, "This is a competitive team. Elite players don't run away from competition; they face it."
Yeah. All right, Vin Blaine. Mr. Vin Blaine. We have to talk about Vin Blaine, right? We're gonna talk about Vin Blaine, and then we're gonna, just share our final thoughts on the DR game tomorrow, and then we're gonna head over to Crystal's channel, Talawa
We have a
TV.
15-minute break though, guys, so don't rush over to my channel straight away. Like when we finish with formulas, we have about a 15-minute break to do whatever, and then we can jump back onto my channel as well.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm gonna say this about one of the things that really impressed me yesterday. It might have slipped a lot of people, but it didn't slip me.
Yeah.
Here to Lord have mercy, Travis Pessoa. Travis, what I'm telling man, Vin Blaine are good, him need for left the team. Travis is a hater, virgin. What I'm doing, man, Vin Blaine, man? What Vin Blaine doing? Travis, talk to me. What Vin Blaine do, your boss? All of the Vin Blaine, watch out, Wayne Harris, Vin out. Mercy. Wayne Harris and Travis Pessoa, what? Wanna tell me like, wanna reveal the bias against what is the issue? What Vin Blaine doing? Why uno no rate Vin Blaine? I will say this much about Vin Blaine. Something that I saw in the game against Cayman that really impressed me. It was Paige Bailey Gale. You remember she was trying to get on the end of a pass that was a little bit over it. I think it was a ball over the top from Marlowe, if memory serves me right. The ball was going out for a goal kick. Now, Paige Bailey Gale knew that she wasn't going to get to the ball to keep it into play, right? But what she did, she tried as best as possible to get there, to play it out for a throw-in instead, right? And she did her best to get there, and she did get there, and she just barely tapped it out of a throw-in for a throw-in instead of a goal kick, before running out of bounds. The reason why that is very important, she did that for a reason. Because the throw-in would have been a better facilitator of pressure in a more advanced and dangerous area of the pitch than the goal kick. Because when you have the throw-in, they would better be able to press the Cayman Island players in a higher and more advanced area on the pitch, in a more dangerous area of the pitch. That to me, that has to come from a Vin Blaine. That just for me, that when I see things like that, it must be the embodiment of how Vin Blaine wants this team to play and the pressure that he wants to apply in the front press, on the front foot. When I saw it, I was mightily impressed with it. And that for me just kind of like it said to me, say, yo, Vin Blaine, right? Me not say he's no Pep Guardiola, but so far, he might tick some boxes for me. Me not say he still has, this game coming up tomorrow will be an even bigger test. He has to prove himself again, right? Me not say him is the greatest thing since sliced bread and he's the man to lead us to the World Cup, but so far, he might tick all the boxes for me personally. Crystal, what do you think about Vin Blaine? 2.2 overthinking.
I think it's been good so far. I think the results, because football is a results game, isn't it? If I'm just basing it off the results, I'm saying that you're doing good so far. All that's left for him to do as things stands, in terms of what's within his reach, is for him to take the team into the next round, where it will get even more exciting. But I think so far it's been good. The responses from the team has been steady as well, even though, when you looked at certain factors going into the game against Bermuda in terms of the preparation, I think they handled themselves well. We're used to watching our male team play after being underprepared, and we see the result of that. So to be in similar position with the women's team and to go out there and get wins, like 3 wins in 3, I think he deserves credit as things stands.
Yeah. Leon Price, we have to stick with Vin until he do wrong. Tennessee, I think you did know decent coach and that's a decent coach, man. Tennessee same no rate Vin neither. Yo, Vin gets a lot of, you know what I think it is? people just don't have time for a locally born or bred or developed coach. Now, I'm not saying he's a decent coach because he's locally born or bred. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't have a bias against it. I'm going to give him a
The
fair
benefit of the
chance.
doubt, yeah.
And yeah, exactly, the benefit of doubt. But I get it. Local coaches, in my humble opinion, generally speaking, have not proven themselves to be at an international standard. I get it. But I do have time for students of the game. There are certain coaches, local coaches, that I think they are students of the game. And Vin Blaine strikes me as one of those local coaches who is so even I don't know his qualification, but even if he don't have the big UEFA Pro or Concacaf Pro, he seems like somebody who would be constantly studying and constantly learning and constantly, trying to evolve. I don't already say my beef with Vin Blaine, My one beef with Vin Blaine is that sometimes Vin Blaine says some things where I'm not really comfortable with. I not understand why I'm the need for say what I'm just saying. Right? I think sometimes his words can backfire. I understand what he's trying to do, but sometimes I don't think he goes about doing it the right way. Where his utterances to the media are concerned. That's my only issue.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because I'm sat here and I'm thinking, so what is it exactly that the guys in the comment section? I'm thinking, what do you actually want from him? Because maybe we're watching the game from a different angle compared to them. Just like, what do you actually want from the game? Football is a results game. You have 3 wins in 3. You have now surpassed Dominican Republic on the goal difference. So what is it? What would you like to see him do differently? I think that should probably be the question.
Wayne, sorry to cut you, Crystal, but Wayne, me can't agree with this, Wayne. Wayne, where you want the man for do, Wayne? Go up on the pitch and put the ball in the back of the net himself? Me not understand, Wayne. What you talk about, Wayne? Wayne, yo, it's just a damn shame me not have no calling system set up in a Wayne. Because you don't need for calling in a Wayne.
I think Wayne's trolling, I think Mr. Harris is
trolling. He must be trolling because the amount of sitters that the Reggae Girlz missed in the Grenada game. You cannot blame any coach. You can't blame Paul Hall for not winning the Costa Rica and the El Salvador game because a bag of players missed a bag of sitters in those games. You can't blame Vin Blaine for not dump up Grenada, 10-0 with the bag of sitter them where the girls them missing in that game. The bag of simple, easy chances. You can't blame a coach or all a coach responsible for that, in my opinion, Wayne. Like, no, Wayne, me can't. Wayne, no, Wayne, you not move right, Wayne. No, Wayne. No, me expect better from you, Wayne. Come on, Wayne.
I'm telling you that Mr. Wayne Harris is trolling you. I've seen Wayne's comments numerous times. He's trolling you. Wayne, damn yard with him feet up, laughing at you right now. Wayne's like, yeah, man, get the reaction from him.
It must be that. Because
he's trolling you.
We're gonna come off of the Vin Blaine topic now and move to the final issue, which is the just quick thoughts on the DR game tomorrow. But I was very impressed with how the team looked, man. Like it, just the constant. We were a well organized group. The constant interchanging between the players, especially in the midfield. You could see the patterns of play. You could see the patterns of movement, right? It was just you could see the tactics, the pressing, the counter pressing, and we were doing it as a team, and it was well organized, right? The constant recycling of the football, switching it out of pressure, those little things, 1v1 matchups with fullbacks and with wingers rather than overlapping fullbacks, and come on, man. The side rolled some expansive football against Cayman, man, and the dog up Cayman and deal with Cayman away, man. I don't know if there's any last thing Crystal want to add.
I've learned
just done, Crystal. Just done, Wayne. Crystal, just done, Wayne. Don't
The
win.
reason why I'm laughing is because I've seen Wayne comment on a few live streams that I've been on. I know his reaction when Mr. Blaine's name pops up. So that's why I say, you know what, I think he's actually trolling content creators to see who would like take the bite. Well, Mr. Harris, I ate before I came on here, so my belly is well full. So anything that you're trying to feed me, I don't want it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way you have to deal with Wayne.
But Wayne, me did say it earlier, you know, Wayne. Me did say it earlier, you know, said that's the only thing where right now so far, me not really rate how Vin Blaine has comported himself where that is concerned, his utterances to the media. Right? Him say some things sometime when me not really comfortable with. Seeing Leon Price, Vin has his fault, but Wayne hate is strong.
Wayne, your hatred strong like lead.
Strong man, strong. Military Guna. Bless up, boss. What go on?
Pick up yourself, military.
Yeah, man. So military is blessing up Formula, and he is blessing up Palawa. See, big up military, big up.
Well, you should tell him to the new name Formula with a
Yo, military, you spell my name wrong in a virgin. Is a name change now in a virgin. It's Formula with a E at the end. Where the symbol over the E again when you said me for put on Crystal?
The hyphen, put the little hyphen over.
So what? That's like what, the French effect?
Yeah.
That would make it sound more exotic, more French.
Friday we come on live stream and see Formula with a French hat. Formula.
Yo, you know, I actually I think for that name they do. I might change the name in a real life.
Formula, yeah, I love the name there. Yeah, I love it. The French actually said the French accent.
The French accent. There you go. No more patois on the Formula Sports. It's now the Formula Sports.
Formula.
No more patois. All right.
Sports.
So just quick thoughts, Crystal, you know, before we get out of here and have the 15-minute break and then jump on your show. How exactly you see the game playing out tomorrow?
That's an excellent question. I think it's difficult to call. What I can say is a game that we need to be focused, like completely focused. Can't play, obviously, for a draw, which means we don't have time to be complacent. What we need to do, we need to put ourselves in a position where we try to, like, at least, I don't know if it's even feasible, but if it is feasible, try to rack up as many goals as you can in the first half. Basically, try to be the one to score against them from the jump. Just score against them, because when you score against them, it's inevitable that they have to open up. They can't sit back and defend. They just can't, because they have to. They're chasing our scoreline, right? Try to better our scoreline. So be the one to score, to open up the scoring against them, and don't be complacent. Don't sit back. Keep on the attack. Don't take your foot off the gas. Be composed in midfield. Be calming with midfielders, where you don't want no irrational decisions. Midfielders cover your defense when needs be. Just operate as a team, because we know you have it in your locker. But yeah, for me, it's just be the ones to open up the scoring first and carve them open. Let them come to you. Don't throw yourselves at them. Let them have to come to you to take the game to you. But before anything, get your name on that score sheet. Open the scoring.
You know, you made a very good point there about that. People, you saw I'm a rock with Crystal. I have never, you know what's so crazy? Sometimes Crystal makes some points that if I wasn't very secure in myself as a man, you'd feel a way in a man to be outdone by a female alpha moon showing a man.
I don't think it is being outdone, I think it's just good chemistry. Like, I can't engage in certain I don't talk football with anybody.
Crystal, you make some I remember the first time I was on a live stream with you. It was the Coach's Desk live stream. See?
Yeah.
And I remember you make a point on the live stream, man. And literally, I could have seen everybody's face on the live stream. Everybody has said to themselves, damn, the girl know the ball game. Yo, seriously, you make the point. Like because you remember I was kind of with the feeling for coach. I don't
Yeah, I
remember
do
why
remember. I do
coach had to
remember.
step aside.
That was almost
Um,
a year ago.
no man, never so long ago.
I swear it was because I never knew Coach's Desk like this time last year. I
Yo,
don't
you
think I
know
knew
what?
Coach's
It
Desk.
was it. I think it was during the Gold Cup. I think it was during the Gold Cup.
So that was
If
like what,
memory serves me.
June times?
Yeah, probably going a year now. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Crazy.
Yo, time fly, man.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
crazy.
Yeah, but remember, me look for everybody face, you know. When you make them, I remember what you said, but everybody like, you know, when everybody I look around upon them one another, and I say, yo, that point you made about, because it might very well come to a stage in the game where damn rep are chasing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if that takes place, it will give us more time and space and more room to operate. Right? In terms of they would have to take more risks.
Yeah.
And if that happens, we could really and truly potentially see a real, especially in the second half, a serious, like how the goals in the Cayman game came in clusters, so to speak.
Yeah.
We might see a huge cluster in the damn rep game there when damn rep are try to save them skin, you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about discipline. Discipline. You got to shake them from the jump, because we know they do have discipline. But anybody, you can get the best of any team on your day. Any team, and if no matter how good a team is, they can have an off day. And like I said, I think, no disrespect to Dominica Republic, given how well we know our team, we can't say like for like it's a match. No, we can't. In terms of professionalism, there is a match there. Commitment, there is a match there. But like for like, there is no match. So I'm just, like I said, I don't expect us to play for a draw, because when you play for a draw, there is no safety net. So you have to play for a win. So if you don't win, the worst case scenario is you should draw. Obviously, a win or a draw suits us best, would do us fine, I should say. But yeah, I think, go for it. Take the game to them, force them, let them be. It's a good thing when you have to put a team in a position to be in a state of mind where they have to improvise. If you're having to improvise, then there's going to be a time where you're not thinking straight, and that's when you should be taking that moment to capitalize. A bit like when we conceded against when Grenada scored against us, just that one moment of doubt, and they capitalized on it. And you could see it building up. You could see it building up. So and mind games. We need a bit of mind games. So once they get a bit of momentum, don't think that you're because you're Jamaica, you're too superior to go down and cry. Cry if you want to cry. Yeah. See 60 minutes on the clock and you're leading, knock the momentum out of them. Time waste. Time waste if you have to. Manage the game.
You don't think we're a little bit bigger than that though, in terms of doing that against a damn rep.
I've seen the biggest of clubs do it.
Yeah, fear.
I've seen the biggest of clubs do it, and when you're on the receiving end, it's horrible. Yeah. But when you're the one that's doing the time wasting, you love it because you know what that's all about.
Yeah.
I think if we're in a two goal cushion and it's like 60 minutes on the clock, be it worse yet, 80 minutes on the clock, go ahead, waste some time. Every time you see them gaining some momentum, attack them. Destabilize them, don't give them no chance to gather rhythm, because we saw what Cara did towards the latter stage of that free kick. Don't ever give them the chance to get into no rhythm or find no confidence. Not them.
She's one of their best players, though.
Yes, she is. I mean, come on, look at that free kick.
Yeah,
disgusting. I want Jamaica to just get them from the jump. Let them feel uncomfortable from the jump. Let them think this is different.
I agree. We need to really step on their necks and stifle them. Wayne Harris said we don't want another type of situation. Wayne, I don't think Vin Blaine is still unproven, don't get me wrong, he has not been proven, he has not been tested at an elite level for us to know exactly what he's capable of at this point in time. But when I see Tapa playing small island teams, right, and when I see Vin playing these small island teams, I am seeing things that I never. You could kind of tell that Tapa was not. You could kind of tell that Tapa still had much to learn, even when he was dumping up small island teams. Vin Blaine is not going to be as extreme a scenario as the Tapa scenario. I don't think so. I don't think so, to be honest with you. I don't know how good he is, but I don't think he's going to be as extreme as the Tapa situation in terms of how badly he turns out to be when the true test and when the real big tests arrive, right? It might well be a scenario where he's weighed in the balance and found wanting, but I don't think he'll be found as wanting as Tapa, to be honest with you. I agree. I think that from the get-go, from the jump, just like the Cayman game, I think we really and truly need to, I mean, we have been doing it right throughout the respective games, front pressing a lot, very well organized and applied properly, high pressing and counter pressing, right? We might probably need to up the intensity of that press a little bit, because I'm sure this Damret team, we can't use the same intensity of the press against a Cayman, against a Damret and expect it to work as well. One of the things that I'm very cognizant of is the fact that the goalkeepers that we have been playing against, their distribution has been extremely poor. And I think that combined with our assertiveness and the goalkeeper kickouts has really helped us to capitalize off that. But when you look at the goalkeeper kickouts, the goalkeepers for the other regions that we have played, them weak. Them not kick the ball past. Like one at a time, the Cayman goalkeeper kick out the ball and the ball just barely go outside of the penalty box. I'm not exaggerating. And I think it fell to the feet of Paige Bailey-Gill. So I would love to, I don't remember I think the Damret goalkeeper's distribution is better if memory serves me right. So we definitely, I don't think we'll have it as easy. Well, we're definitely not going to have it as easy against Damret as we have had it against other teams. Definitely not. So I'm looking forward to see, how well we apply that front press and that high press, and the counter pressing when we lose the ball. I think that when you have a team that is better than another team, that team is supposed to play on the front foot. Right? Must, for sure, must. And I think we need to move the ball, very quickly. I think we moved the ball relatively quickly against Cayman, right? I think we'll, play very expansively. And I think that if we can just win the ball in dangerous situations, we can really punish Damret. And Crystal brought up a very good point. There might very well come a time in this game where Damret is going to, take a little bit more risk. And when that takes place, we'll definitely have more time and space that we should be exploiting. But it would be very interesting to see how Vin Blaine handles this particular test. We were talking about it earlier too. We wouldn't be surprised if we saw Drew Spence, given the type of player that she is. We wouldn't be surprised if we saw her. And I think Crystal made mention of Tiffany Cameron too as well. That she wouldn't be surprised if she saw Tiffany Cameron as well. So I'm gonna give a score prediction. If Crystal is brave enough, she can do that too. Given how good the girls looked and how much of a well-oiled machine the girls looked against Cayman, before this round, I was saying a 2-0. I see things a little bit different, you know, especially given the fact that, you know, we need 2 results. Damrep needs 1. The situation favors us greatly to have Damrep take more risk. And I think that we'll get a 4-0. I think we'll get a 4-0 at the very least. Crystal, you're brave enough to give a score prediction?
You know, I've not even thought about my predicted score. 4-0 is that's quite a lot though. 4-0 is quite a lot. I think we need to take into consideration that this is, you know, no disrespect to our prior opponents so far, but this is no doubt gonna be, should be, our biggest test. But it comes down to how well they want it and how prepared they are as well for this game. Because how do you do your homework against a team that just have attackers left, right, and center? Not even just in the starting 11, but attackers that you have to worry about on the bench. How do you prepare for a team when you don't even know if Kayla McCoy is going to go back into midfield, if Drew Spence is going to play? So, if anything, given the fact that we have the better squad depth, both in the starting 11 and on the player, not on the player and on the bench as well, I should think that it's more difficult for them to come up against, to prepare for us, to prepare to go up against us. Also learned that they, I'm not even sure if they're in Jamaica yet, to be honest with you. So again, that adds to
Yes, I think they are here. They're here.
here?
Yeah, man, they must be here. I mean, by now is tomorrow is the game. They must be here. I think they.
Yes.
I think they arrived. I'm not so sure when they arrived, but I know they are here. I saw a video today earlier with them being here.
Yeah. So they're on the island then.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they have managed to get training.
Yo, made a draw for my belt right now. If the JFF if the girls them never there on the island, made I do a video right now. I say JFF need to go.
No, all girls is here. I'm talking about Dominican.
Oh, the Damrep.
Yeah. Not the Reggae Girlz. Talking about Damrep. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how their training session, if they even had a training session, because that accounts for something in terms of preparation, doesn't it? So
yeah,
it's a tough one to call. You don't want to get too ahead of yourself. Your score line is flattering. 4-0 is flattering. I see someone in the section saying 4 or 6. Hot Chili saying 4 or 6. Those are all flattering score lines. If we look back at Dominica's game, what was their last game? Who did they play last again? Their game was against
Bermuda, when they squeezed the 1-0 in the 87th minute.
Yeah, we know how difficult Bermuda was, don't we? Because we played against Bermuda, and they had to work to get that 1-0 against Bermuda, and God saved them in the nick of time. It's difficult to drum up a scoreline. Dominic,
Crystal, you're stalling, you know. Crystal,
no, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, because Bermuda was a tough game for us. We're not gonna lie to ourselves. Bermuda wasn't the easiest game for us.
But we should have run over Bermuda still, Crystal, if the final passes were better,
We should have, but what I'm saying is we had poor preparation for the Bermuda game.
True.
So that's why I'm asking you: is Dominican Republic on the island? Because if they've had a late arrival, then they have poor preparation. So if they have poor preparation, then I would sway with your 4-0.
All things, by the way, big up halftime TV. You're still alive halftime? Yeah, I haven't seen halftime in quite some time. And big up Aston Villa FC as well, man. Big up. All things being equal, Crystal. All things being equal. What do you think the scoreline will be tomorrow?
But does it not make sense in terms of them being prepared for the game?
Yeah. No, you're talking facts, Crystal, but because we don't know, just all things being equal.
All things being equal. Wow.
30 minutes later.
Let me take my time with this. I'm trying to go with something that is sensible scoreline, given what we've seen over the last two games.
Crystal, I don't think you want to do your live streaming. I mean, I try to hurry up this thing so we
can. Man, let me think. I don't want to just, listen, when you come from Formula Channel, you got to come with common sense. You can't just come and be rushing it and talking nonsense. Who did we play? We've played Cayman Islands. Oh, it's just Cayman Islands, isn't it? And we beat Cayman Islands 9-0, 6-1, 4.
Crystal, Jesus, you're not really that important. All right,
No,
I'm gonna take Crystal out our misery.
It could be another 4-0. It could be another 4-0, all depending on it could be another 4-0, all depending on their preparation for the game. I'm not looking at them like they're a bunch of pushovers, by the way. I'm not looking at them like they're pushovers. So it could be another 4-0.
Jesus Christ!
There's a lot that's at stake there. It's
Finally.
not just for us. There's a lot that's at stake.
I think. Look, the Dam Rep is a really good. They're a good team and dangerous team, especially one for the future. But I do think that we are 4 goals better than them at our best, and I think we are getting to our best, given what I saw against Cayman.
But no disrespect to Cayman, it is Cayman Islands. Like, if we didn't rack up that scoreline, that people would be bashing the girls. And Vin Blaine, they put Vin Blaine's head on a chopping board.
Yeah,
really and truly, no disrespect to Cayman Islands.
By the way, you did see what going over in a British Virgin Islands?
No, I didn't.
You never see that crazy score like Bridget. I was wondering if it was which sport me that said. I was wondering if it was like a NFL, like a really bad NFL game. With Haiti man and BVI man.
Was it a high score line?
Crystal, you never see the Haiti and BVI game.
No.
Where Haiti dumped them up like 21-0.
Wow.
Haiti dumped them like 21-0.
Wow.
21-0. Crazy, man. Crazy. Alright, so finally Crystal has given us a predicted scoreline. Finally. There are things that just finally for ask are the starting 11, but if a scoreline take Crystal.
Do you know what? Next time I come on your channel, I'm not coming with no sense. I'm just coming with senseless.
You're brave enough to get a quick predicted starting 11, or what is your best?
Look at how you're putting me on the spot. How?
If you don't want to do it, that's
like
fine.
I said, the only thing that I think he might change is this is actually quite tough. I think he might reintroduce Tiffany Cameron into the starting 11. I think he's going to go over reverse of what he did in the February window. I think we'll see Tiffany Cameron start. But even then, I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. I think we might see Tiffany Cameron. I think we might. I'm not convinced that we would see Drew start neither, given the performance that Marla put in. Who are you going to drop?
I would, as good as Marla. Here's the thing. It's tough because, all right, you see the type of team that we're playing. I think that game would call more for Drew Spence. In my humble opinion, more of a Drew Spence than a Marla Sweatman.
Yeah.
But here's the thing now. You can't really drop Trudy Carter in that midfield. You can't, from that midfield, you can't drop Asha, and you can't really drop Marla.
So we're basically circled back around, because I'm like, is she putting a performance that's droppable? No. But I think the midfield will need a player like Drew though. Yeah, but who are you going to drop? I agree with you, but who are you going to drop? And this is a case of you saying she comes off the bench. She doesn't start, she comes off the bench.
That's probably, it depends too, because if Dominic decides to...
If it helps, I think she's starting.
If Dominic decides to be a little bit cagey from the jump, because they are coming into our home,
they need a win.
Yeah, we have been pretty successful with the women at home. So, with that being the case, if they do decide to come to start the game cagey, it might very well call more for a Marla than a Drew. I don't know, man. It's good to have options though, man.
So see how you like to put me on the spot and look how you're struggling.
I look. I think I would go with the same backline. Obviously, you have a lot of time for Rebecca Spencer as the goalkeeper, right? She's a very good goalkeeper, and she plays at a very high level, obviously, and she is good on the ball and good where distribution is concerned as well. So the same goalkeeper, same backline. I would go with the, I'm thinking though, could it be a case that we could probably see through the Carter back into the forward line and probably put Gale on the bench and bring in Drew Spence? I don't know. All right, me personally, I would go with the same backline, same goalkeeper, the same forward line, except I would add Tiffany Cameron to it. I agree with Crystal on that. I would add Tiffany Cameron to it. Even though PH Bailey Gale really did well against Cayman. On second thought, I got put back PH Bailey Gale. I got put back PH Bailey. So the same back line, the same front line, the midfield three, I would take out Marlo and put Drew. So Warren say Marlo and Drew in midfield. So Warren Webster again said Drew Spencer is the better tackler. That's what I'm thinking, because we're gonna have a lot of defensive transition moments with Damrep. I expect to see that. And yes, Marlo is quality. We know that she's a well-rounded player, yes, but I just think that Drew would be more suited to handle those scenarios better. So I think that I would probably go with Drew over Marlo. I think Asha is a must start, because I think that she's the only, when I say controller, in terms of box to box controller. In terms of somebody that can...
I'm not laughing at you. Listen, some of the which comment I'm laughing at, so I'm not even gonna address it. I'll leave it for you to decide.
Oh, yeah, but I think that Asha reminds me so much of a Ravel Morrison, that type of person who can really take the ball and guide its progression through the respective thirds. So she's a must start from me, and I would go with Drew, and I would go with Carter. I think Carter was great. Carter had an undroppable game. You know, have a game like that and drop somebody, like seriously. So that's what. So we have some differences there. I think the only person you said you would bring in was Cameron.
I'm saying I think he would bring in Cameron. I think he's going to bring in Cameron and Drew.
But what would you do
because of experience? With me, I think it's a case of, because it's a must-win game for me. I'm not having the whole draw argument. I think he's gonna go for a win, and if you're going for a win, you're gonna change things up. It's a different dynamics that you need for Dominican Republic. So I think he's gonna start with Drew in midfield. I think you're gonna see the reintroduction of Tiffany Cameron coming back into the starting
11. Yeah. Whatever happens though, Crystal, is going to be a very exciting game, and a game that I'm still a little bit anxious about. Right, dying for it to come around, man. I was dying for it to come around since the last window. So it's finally here. It's gonna be played tomorrow at the National Stadium, and we expect a good showing from the Reggae Girls, and we expect a victory and a group topic performance, and we expect the girls to go through to the next round and do so in impressive fashion. Once we get to that next round, I really fancy our chances to get back to the World Cup, man. Half of the teams, 4 out of the 8 teams are sure to get there. Yo, by the way, we have to keep an eye to, you know, Crystal, and what's taking place in other groups, you know.
100%. We can do some more watch alongs together. Have I done a watch along with you so far?
No, remember we were supposed to do the watch along, but you know, with my whole situation here in Jamaica, I couldn't. Because you can't even find the stream, you know, to apply the VPN, you know. You can't even find the stream on YouTube. You can't.
Well, you know what you need to do in it. Like next time when you need the game, just let me know and I'll download. As long as I'm at home, I'll get it sent over to you.
No, man, and again, man, thank you very much for sending the Cayman game to me.
Man. I'm glad that it didn't take long to download, because I was like, not because I was tired, but I was like, oh, I don't want it to take long, and then like he's not interested no more. So I was
man,
that was the only thing I was like worried about.
If you sent that game midnight, man, trust me, I would have watched it. I really wanted to see it. I really wanted.
Yeah, I'm glad that you managed to watch it.
All right, so before we get out of here, just thanking Luis Perez. I think Luis, you're from the Dam Rep, right? I think you're from the Dam Rep. Yeah. So he says the key to the match is the midfield, and honestly, I'm kind of inclined to agree with him. I really am. So, you know, thanks again for the super chat. All right, so we're gonna get out of here now, guys. We're gonna take a 15-minute break, then we'll, you know, be over Crystal to do the Jamaica Reggae Girlz versus the Dam Rep preview, Talawa style. You know, you have Formula style and then you have Talawa style. So you're gonna get a different dynamic over there as over at Crystal's channel as well. So again, guys, you know, again, thanks to Crystal for being here, man.
My pleasure.
You're probably like, I love doing work with you. I love
collaborating with you. I think we bounce off each other like effortlessly well. I love it.
Yeah, and you know, we have spoken about our plans, and we're definitely you know, those, it's only a matter of time. I know I've been a little bit busy in recent times, but we'll get around to it. Big shout out to all the commenters in the comment section, you know, for commenting, all the silent viewers. You know, your contributions as always are much appreciated, and you guys help me show what it is. Gentle reminder to smash the like button on your way out, guys. Free and easy way to support. 15 minutes time, we will be over on Talawa TV, TALLAWAH TV for Luis Perez, who might not be familiar with the patois. So you can look out for that. Let me see if I remove, will it show? Hold on, let me see if I remove the banner, it will show. So see the Talawa TV there on your screen. So you guys can just search for that if you're not familiar with Crystal's channel. Very good channel, very good content, leading expert when it comes to the Reggae Girlz. So guys, that's our 2 cents here. Stay safe, take care, and until next time.